Whew. Alright. It is hot. Okay, it is really hot in the day. Like, good lord.
You know exactly what if you know exactly what I wanna do, then I'ma get a business to you.
Hi you guys. Today I'm going to be doing a get ready with me / first impression on the new Covergirl collection called the Ready Set Gorgeous collection. It recently just came out, not too long ago, probably like a month ago it just came out. Not even a month. I give it 6 weeks to a month ago that this collection just came out. Covergirl came out with like a whole bunch of new stuff. They had foundations, which I'm going to be showing you, concealers, powders. They have new glosses that I'm not really too big about, so I didn't buy them. And they also have new nail polishes and some other foundations and concealers and just a whole bunch of new stuff. So yeah, I have been literally stalking my local drugstores for this collection, and I finally found it, and of course I had to get my hands on it. I couldn't decide which one I was, so I decided to pick up both of the foundations. I picked up 305 in the shade Golden Tan, which in retrospect it looks light. Like, it looks like my winter shade, so I'm probably not going to use this. And I got it in another shade in 310 Classic Tan. So I'm thinking I'm going to go with the Classic Tan since it matches my neck a little bit better, and CoverGirl foundations tend to oxidize on me, so I picked up the concealer and the powder foundation. I took it out the packaging. I didn't want it to get in my way. It was just getting in my way, so I just took the packaging off. But I do remember some of the claims, so I'm going to tell you some of the claims. Foundation claims to be long-lasting, flawless coverage, lightweight type of feel, last all day type of thing. So yeah, and apparently it's supposed to look natural. So we're gonna see how this goes. I actually have a bit to do. I actually have to go to school today. Yeah, later on today I'm going to school, so I figured this would be a perfect time to try this out and see how it lasts throughout the school day. I'm also going to do a couple of videos before I go to school, so yeah. I have nothing on my face right now. Very clean. All I got is moisturizer. I don't even have primer on right now, which in retrospect, when you do like a first impression for foundations or whatever, you're not supposed to put on a primer, but I'm that type of person that really likes primers. Like, I invest so much in a primer. I don't know why. I think I like how it makes my natural skin look without the foundation. So I always look for the best primer ever. I'm going to put on a primer, and I'm also going to put on a new primer for that matter. This primer I picked up while I was shopping for the CoverGirl collection. This is the Garnier 5 Second Skin Renewal Instant Smoother. So, yeah, it's supposed to smooth out your face. I heard this was a dupe for the Mally pore effector thingy, but anyway, I'm going to try it out. I do like how that just eliminates shine. It does what it's claiming to do, so that's always a plus. This new primer from Milani that I've been testing out lately, I really like it, you guys. Like, it's crazy. This is an eyeshadow primer from Milani, and I actually really do like this primer. It literally makes my eyeshadow stay put. I really like it. Okay, so I'm gonna put on the foundation. I'm actually probably gonna use my beauty blender for this because I've been using a brush lately and I kind of been neglecting these babies. So I figured I will use this today, and I've been using it on and off recently, so that's always great. This is the one in the shade Classic Tan. It doesn't have a pump. It's actually a squeezy tube thing, so that's pretty interesting. The consistency of it is pretty liquidy. A little bit thick, but it's more liquidy than thick, so that's interesting. I'm just gonna put this like on one side of my face so you can see the difference. One side of my face already done, and from the looks of it, it definitely evened my skin tone a little. I had a little bit of redness right here. It's still peeking through, but it's not as bad as it was before. Y'all already know what my skin looks like up close. We've already got up close and personal, so we already know that I have very bad hyperpigmentation and acne scars and everything, and there's a term of a month, so I do have a bunch of pimples and redness going on, and it covered it really well. So that's that. Definitely light coverage, which is okay. I'm not the type that, I don't really particularly care for full coverage, but this is great though. I really like the coverage on this. So I'm just gonna do the other side of my face. Okay, so that is my face with one layer of this foundation. I do like how even my skin tone is after putting this on. I know on camera it looks mad ashy and light. It goes on really light, but remember, CoverGirl foundation tends to oxidize on me. So it is going to adjust to my skin tone, even though I have gotten a little bit tan over the couple of days or so. But yeah, it's gonna adjust itself on me. It matches on me. So it may look light right now, but from what I'm looking at, it matches. So yeah, this is how it looks with one layer. I'm actually gonna build it up to a second layer to see how it looks with a second layer and how it builds up on itself. But so far I really do like it. Okay, so I have built up the foundation, and definitely gives you medium coverage. It feels a little bit heavy, but not too heavy. It's not like a bit overbearing heavy. It's like a medium coverage heavy type of thing, and it does still feel lightweight, but I can tell that I put on makeup. I'm gonna actually put on the concealer that came in the collection. This is the Ready Set Gorgeous concealer, and how you figure out what type of concealer you are. I love how the number system is. Say I'm a 310. This is 305, 310. So you can find your concealer from the number of foundation that you have. So if you have 305 or 310, then you'll probably get this one, which is in medium deep, which looks a bit light. So I'm probably just going to use this to highlight underneath my eyes and stuff. I'm probably not going to spot conceal, which I feel like I don't need to spot conceal because I'm actually having a pretty good skin day for it to be Mother Nature to visit me. I'm actually having a pretty decent skin day, so yeah. Looks like, you know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of the Fresh Complexion concealer from CoverGirl. It's in like a blue tube. That's what it looks like. So I'm just gonna, yeah, it is light. So I'm just gonna, oh, who's messaging me? Crazy with the concealer, so I'm sorry. I'm just gonna do one eye so you can see, I guess, the difference. This concealer is claiming to cover up your dark circles, which I don't think it will, because it feels like a gel. It kind of feels like the Maybelline Fit Me concealers, which it doesn't cover a lot, but it covers enough type of thing. So, and my dark circles are not as prominent right now, even though they kind of are, but they're kind of not at the same time. So because this concealer is so light, it definitely gives you a lifted appearance, but I wouldn't say it is full coverage enough to cover up your dark circles, because it actually shears itself out. So I'm just gonna even out the rest of my eye, but as you can see, my dark circles and a little bit of bagginess, but what really can you do, is showing on this eye, and it's a little bit covered on this eye, but you can still see them. It doesn't make it look ashy. It just reminds me of the Maybelline Fit Me concealers, but it doesn't. If you're looking for this concealer to cover anything, it's probably not, so just keep that in mind. I'm not gonna do any too crazy of a highlight because I am just going to school, so it's not really that serious. You don't need to be always dolled up, to be honest. I'm not feeling pretty dolled up today, so I'm actually going to sit here and let this set for a minute, and I'm just going to move on to the rest of my face. Okay, so the rest of my face is done. Now it is time to set it with the powder, and I am definitely going to use the Ready Set Gorgeous powder because it's only right. Apparently this is a foundation in itself, so it's not just a setting powder. It is a foundation, a powder foundation. I got it in the shade 305 310. Yeah, 305 310, and I just put a dent in it. But 305 310 medium deep. I don't know what brush I'm going to use. I'm probably going to use this brush since I haven't used it in a minute and I don't want a lot of powder. So since it's a powder foundation, I figured I'll use a fluffier brush so I won't get a lot of the product. Now, and let me just say, the foundation was already like a satiny matte finish. Now with the powder foundation on it, definitely just sucked up any oil that I had on there. So yes, I'm just gonna do the rest of my makeup real quick, and then I'm gonna be back to tell you guys what time it is and all the other stuff. Okay, so the rest of my makeup is done. I'm probably going to change the lip color, but it is 11:55 right now. I'll be back to check up on you and tell you guys how the foundation is holding up. Hello, so I am back to give you an update on my face, okay, I guess you could say. So it is currently 2:07 right now. I went out to eat, got some lunch, came back. My favorite soap opera in the whole wide world, which is Days of Our Lives, came on, sat there and watched that. Let me know in the comment section below if you watch any soap operas and what are your favorites. The General Hospital, One Life to Live, Days of Our Lives. I'm a big Days of Our Lives fan, but that's besides the point. My face, the powderiness has kind of worn down. I don't feel oily. Like, it's holding up really, really good. I don't feel oily. I do see a bit of a shine. I probably just blotted with some tissue, but I don't feel like I have to do any like minor touch-ups or anything. So I'm just gonna zoom in so you guys can see. So as you can see, I am starting to get a little bit of shine right around in my pore area, here, my nose, and basically my T-zone area. I'm starting to get the most shininess. So I do however have to blot, but I don't feel like I need to add powder. I just feel like I just need a tissue or blotting paper and just blot it. Powder foundation, it made the foundation look a bit cakey, but I think as the 3 hours kind of went by, my oil's starting to like kind of like marry the powder out and everything. So yeah, I don't think I have anything else to tell you. I am going to go back out, go to school. It's about to rain, so there's not a lot of sun going on, but it's still kind of humid and hot outside. So let's see how it deals with the weather change. But I am about to head out, go to school, come back, and I'll tell you guys how I feel about it and everything. So yeah, talk to you guys in about 3 or 4 hours. Bye! Hey you guys, okay, so I'm back. I am currently in the middle of filming my What's Poppin' at the Drugstore video, and I wanted to come back with my last and final update. So it is currently 5:11. Last time we talked, I told you guys that I needed to touch up at least with a blotting sheet. I didn't feel as though I needed to touch up with powder or anything like that. Oh, I got a mosquito bite. But yeah, so I did do that before I went to school, and I am just now getting back, and it still looks pretty great in my opinion. I'm gonna give you a close-up. So the foundation is still looking pretty great. I mean, like, my blush is still intact, so that's an indication that my foundation is still there. My pores are starting to show right about here, but like I said, I have combination skin, and since the humidity is outside, a little bit hotter, it is starting to be on the more oilier side of things. So yeah, so my pores are starting to show, which is pretty normal. Like I told you before, it did oxidize on me. So CoverGirl foundations tend to really do oxidize on me per se. It varies between skin types, I guess, but I know in fact that it oxidizes on me. So it may go on really light, but it does kind of tone itself down and kind of adjust itself to your skin tone. So all in all, I got a good probably 6 or 7 hour wear out of this foundation. I have to say, this foundation is really good. It's lightweight feeling, but it gets a nice light to medium coverage. Probably if you try to do a third layer to get the maximum full coverage, it'll be probably too much, and you'll be like definitely having product meltdown, especially in this Georgia weather. But this foundation does stay on like concrete. Like, it lasts me all throughout school, and yeah, it just lasts pretty well. The coverage was really good. Feels very lightweight. It feels like a gel consistency type of formulation. It's thick, but it's not too thick. It's not like the Revlon Color Stay Whipped Cream foundation, but it's not like a Maybelline Fit Me foundation. It's like a nice happy medium, and I really do like how this feels on my skin. If you want to compare like all day wear, I guess you could say, if you want something that's full coverage, all day wear, you don't have to worry about it, definitely look into the CoverGirl Outlast foundation line, the 3-in-1 foundation, whether that's the Queen one or the original regular line one. I have both, and they both work the same, so I like both of them. It gives you fuller coverage, and it lasts a pretty while, and this one has SPF in it, this one doesn't. So I guess it all depends on what you prefer, full or medium. But I think this is it's up there along my top favorite long wearing foundations. So, pretty good foundation. I really would recommend this to high schoolers, in my opinion. Even though I know school is over, it's the summertime and everything, but I would recommend this to high schoolers just because you get a medium coverage, long wear throughout the day, and also it's lightweight and it still shows your natural beauty. Besides covering it all up, you still feel like you're breathing. So pretty decent foundation. I do like it. The concealer, on the other hand, I wouldn't repurchase this concealer. It's a really decent and good concealer. The claim on it is a little bit outrageous. It doesn't provide full coverage for your under eye circles, your dark circles, but it is a decent concealer. I'm not going to say it's a bad concealer. This concealer has like a gel type of liquidy type of consistency. It's not a bad concealer. Like I said, it reminds me so much of the Fresh Complexion concealer from CoverGirl. I just feel like they just repackaged it and just put the Ready Set Gorgeous logo on it in a white top, but it comes in a blue top. So I just feel like they just repackaged their old concealer, but it's a pretty decent concealer. I wouldn't really go out and say repurchase it again, because I have so many other concealers, and this one was not good enough for me to be like, yes, I need to buy like 1,200 backups it wasn't that great. Now the powder. This is a foundation all in itself apparently, and it goes on light, but I guess that's okay. It's just almost like it goes on a little bit translucent, but it does kind of blend into your skin tone, so it's pretty good with that. As a powder foundation, I don't necessarily know, but from the feel of it on top of this foundation, it does not even hold a candle to my Milani powder foundation, or say like my NYX Stay Matte but Not Flat foundation, powder foundation, or the L'Oreal True Match powder foundation. This does not even hold a candle to them, so it's not even like it can't be up there with them. Those are my favorite powder foundation. If I have to think of a powder foundation from the drugstore, those are probably like my top 5 ones. This is not up there. I don't like it as a powder foundation. I feel like it makes it a little bit more heavier, especially on top of this foundation. I guess because it's more coverage, I guess, but it definitely leaves you matte, so it does the job that it's supposed to do. I think this is a great setting powder versus a actual foundation in itself. Now, I haven't tried it alone as a powder foundation. I probably never will, just because it has that signature makeup scent that I cannot stand, and it just sets my skin to like not like it at all. So I probably will use this only for like setting my makeup personally, because it just literally just sucks up all the oil on your face. It's kind of amazing. Yeah, setting powder, definitely A1. I like it, but powder foundation in itself, I don't think I will probably repurchase it for that. I probably would repurchase it for setting purposes, but not for powder foundation or coverage. Either way, I probably would not repurchase this. Either way it went, I wouldn't repurchase it, just because I have other ones that are really great that are in the drugstore that are way better than this, and it's just, it doesn't even hold. It's not even in the same league with my other powder foundation from the drugstore, so definitely would not repurchase this, but it's decent. All in all, I have to say I highly recommend the foundation. It's a nice long wearing, not too long where it lasts you all night, all day and all night, but it is up there along with, say, like the Revlon Color Stay, the Covergirl Outlast, and everything. And yeah, I really like the foundation. Nice feel. I just like it. I love it a lot. I probably would repurchase it a whole bunch. So other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. In the comment section below, let me know if you've tried anything from the Ready Set Gorgeous collection from Covergirl and tell me what you guys think of it. Or if you have not tried any of the Covergirl Ready Set Gorgeous collection yet, let me know in the comment section below, what is your holy grail product from Covergirl? Like, you stay having to repurchase it. It's holy grail, staple, nothing can beat it. It's yours. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel because I upload every single week. There's a video up on my channel, so make sure you are subscribed to the channel, and you won't miss a single video if you are. So yeah, don't forget to follow me on all of my social media sites down below, because I definitely have a social life outside of YouTube and outside of the kitchen, I guess you could say, since my friend likes to point out that I'm always in the kitchen. So go ahead and follow me on social media if you dare. That's all I have to tell you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any other first impression things you want me to test out and everything, let me know in the comment section below, or you can let me know on my social media or on Twitter. So yeah, other than that, that's all I have to tell you guys, and thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye!